right.
Let's go!
Why not?
The Toronto Maple Leafs!
I guess my brand is a yell and scream. I don't script these.
Are the Leafs alright?
So what you get is from the heart. Welcome to LFR.
Victory, puppy Ziggy! I got a gift for my birthday for you because you're a dog and you don't get it! Big Dub, let's go. That was a terrible throw. That was on me. Be nice to me. It's my birthday! Alright, overtime. Make this one count. Oh my god! You didn't see that! Overtime. Make it count. Oh my god! Okay, he ate it. They won! Connor Hella bet on it! Leafs win! 4-3 in overtime over the Winnipeg Jets! Best game of the season. Best game of the season, bar none! And it's my birthday! In case you're wondering how the coffee is, what do you mean it's not even 9 o'clock in the morning? It's Bailey's! Folks. Why do we spell it that way? Let's talk about that ridiculous game. I don't know about you, but to me, that was the most entertaining game of the season, easily. All the people I was speaking to, Adam's texting me like, that game was awesome. And he might be going, but Steve, they've scored 7 goals a couple times, and No! Big dubs are easy. You catch a team on a bad night, or you catch a team who's just not very good. This was somehow a magical combination of Leafs domination in a game that seemed unwinnable. Leafs outchancing the Jets 22-6 in the first game. They come up empty-handed. Luke Fox's counter added to my heart palpitations after the first, 29-6. After the second, 39-8. And they finally find a way, and Ilya Mikheyev's the hero like we all expected. And they tie it again! Oh, it's going to overtime. You know the Jets are going to win in overtime. Where's the call? And they found the call. Austin called game. What is in this? So let's talk about it. Less than 2 minutes in, William Nylander breakaway forehand backhand stop by Connor Hellebuyck. Of course he was. And the Leafs outshoot the Jets 10-8 in the first period, and they outchance them 20-2 or something like that. But guess who had the only goal? 3-on-1. Zach Bogosian, the only guy back. Pierre-Luc Dubois, I did not miss you. Passes the puck over to Nikolai Ehlers, scores. And here it comes with the Freddie stuff. We'll spend plenty of time on the Freddie stuff later, though. Let's just talk about it. Let's barrel through to the second. Actually, no, I want to spend a little bit more time on it. Everyone's getting mad at Freddie. What was Dermott doing on that play? I'll answer you. Giving the puck away. And it's easy to say mistakes are going to be made. You need your goalie to make a save. That is true, but not every mistake results in a 3-on-1. Okay, now I'm ready. Second. Early in the second, Mitch Marner calmly behind the Winnipeg Jet with the puck, and the Jets are doing nothing because they're not very good, which is part of what has made the past 2 games so frustrating. A former Leaf coach bringing back Randy Carlisle hockey, and it's not even Randy! But Mitch Marner behind the net, he gets the puck to the point to TJ Brody, Timothy Brody. He puts it on, Connor Hellebuyck slaps him because of course he does, and then yummy in Mitchie's tummy. Mitch Marner, big goal, big sell. He is 11th of the season already, and the Leafs are up. No, they're not. It's tied. I'm on one. But even though the Leafs weren't winning there, just wait a few minutes later, 7 minutes later, because then they would be losing. Wait, what? Now, people were ripping on Hall for the bad pinch here. I don't necessarily disagree, but you're forgetting something. Unless it was tipped, and I can't tell because of the angle on the replay, that pass from Matthews to Hall was not that good. Skips over Hall's stick, goes around the boards, and now the Jets have another 2-on-1. Kyle Connor flying up the ice, 2-on-1, one-timer from Nikolai Ehlers. The Jets are back up 1. Now, once again, the Freddie conversation, and I suppose I get it. It would be nice to get a save each and every time like the Jets do. But this one was a little silly. I got people tweeting me like, oh, you just need a save. Oh yeah? You just need a save? Hey, Freddie, just simply make a save. Simply make a save on a 2-on-1, one-timer clapping shit bomb. I can say what I want. It's my birthday. In a period where Hyman was robbed in the same way that Nylander did, there was no situation where the Leafs should be losing this game, but they are heading into the third. And in the third, who's it gonna be, huh? Who is gonna step up? Who's gonna put on for their team? Who is gonna move some furniture around here?
Hey guys, it's me again, John Tavares, captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs of the National Hockey League. Hockey is a sport that's played on ice. Today, we're going to be building IKEA furniture today, and today's piece of IKEA furniture is whatever comeback is in Swedish. Now, last time I told you the most important tool for you to have is a good attitude, and that's still true. The second most important tool for this piece of furniture is the hands of an angel. The third most important tool are 4 pylons, which the Winnipeg Jets were kind enough to provide. So the first thing you're going to want, you put it over here, the first thing you're going to want to do is get the puck. The puck is the round thing that you play hockey with. Then what you're going to want to do once you have the hockey puck is you're going to want to dangle everyone out of every item of clothing that they've ever worn. Clothing is pieces of cloth that you put on your body. And if you don't, you get arrested. What this is going to do, apart from looking really funny, is it's going to make everyone forget that William Nylander exists. And then the final step, once you dangle around the fourth and final pylon, is you're going to want to give the puck to Willie, who's going to score it in styles. Did I do it, Joe? You hear what I called him? Yeah.
Thanks for that, John, and now it's back to me! John Tavares threw 4 guys over to William Nylander! Ah! I almost passed out. William Nylander on his 69th chance in a game! It was nice! Goal! And then something amazing happened. The Leafs scored next too! Pierre Engvall in the corner digs the puck out, puts it between his legs to Alexander Kerfoot. Wicked pass in front to Ilya Mikheyev! And that puck was in the net for a solid Mississippi before anybody reacted! I love Ilya Mikheyev, man. I love Soup so much because when he scores, he's even like, me? Yes, you, Ilya! Yes, you, Superman! His 4th goal of the season, which would tie him for 3rd in goals on the Buffalo Sabres. I know, right? Puts the Leafs up 1! And that is how this game would not! Jets extra attacker Paul Stastny tips it in, and the Leafs, no! Can he keep this pace up for the whole video? He's gonna try! So the Freddie talk. Okay. The first goal, the 2-on-1, you're not going to stop every 2-on-1. You'd like him to, but you're not. Second goal, you're definitely not going to stop every 2-on-1 with a well-placed one-timer. Third goal, no, you're not going to stop every perfectly placed tip. However, boy howdy, is that a lot of open net. Well, we'll get to that in a second. For now, we need overtime. And in overtime, Matthews, Marner, Riley, you've been yelling about it for the past few overtimes. They finally started with it. And then what happens? Naturally, Morgan Riley gets his stick slashed and nothing. Zach Bogosian gets a holding penalty, which I thought he deserved, but Matthew Perreault was allowed to rock bottom Travis Dermott, and this is allowed! So Morgan Riley, after yelling for a little bit, goes to the bench. I thought he was going to sub off because they were almost a minute in. Instead, he just goes to grab a stick, and while he is doing that, Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner are fighting for the Leafs' lives. Just go for a cross-crease pass. Mitch Marner stops it with his stick, and they just come together like one organism. In the very same moment, as if it was all in slow motion, Mitch Marner stops it. Matthews takes off. Riley's like, I got a stick now. Matthews takes off. Riley's got the puck now. It's a 2-on-1 for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Riley and Matthews. And the puck's not even in the net yet, and they're making memes. Morgan Riley's just like, yo, what if instead of scoring the goal myself, I sauce pass it to the guy whose jersey number is what the score is about to be? Matthews throws on the nifty wrist. He is not human. He is a machine. As the God King Connor Hellebuck feels a very human chill crawl up his spine. Austin Matthews, his 3rd goal in 3 games. Nope, 3rd goal in 2 games. I'm excited. The Leafs win. I am pouring sweat right now, and that is because on my birthday, I wanted to give the same effort that the Leafs did in this one. They found a way. How do I still have a voice? I'm finding a way. Bailey's is the Bailey. They're not going to be able to tie it. They tied it. And they got the lead. And oh, they blew the lead. And they're going to blow this in overtime. And no, they didn't. Every opportunity to say we didn't even get a power play in the 3rd period, and they did. We didn't even get a call in overtime. And oh, they did. They got the goal. They didn't get the goal, did they? Oh, he's got a sore wrist. He scored anyway. Freddie was outdueled by Connor Hellebuck. He won anyway. The 2020 Tampa Bay Lightning, good, not perfect. The Blues in 2019, good, not perfect. The Capitals in 2018, good, not perfect. You're seeing the trend here. You don't have to be perfect. You just gotta win! And while I do think the conversation around Freddie is sometimes a little too extreme, I think I know what it is. The standard for him, the standard for every single player on this team is up here now. It's higher. It's to win the Stanley Cup. And the reason for that is not because of a overly dramatic fan base. Do I look overly dramatic to you? It's not because they've been starved for over half a century and for most of us watching right now, our entire lives. It's because, believe it or not, we believe in you. If not this Leafs team, then which one? The Leafs did to the Jets in this game what they did to Calgary only a couple weeks ago. They made a statement. You can goalie us maybe once. You're not going to get that lucky again. Good for the Jets. They capitalized on their opportunities. Connor Hellebuck was amazing, and they get the point. Ain't no loser point in the playoffs. And they can take the point. The Leafs will take the win. Questions. Not a question, but I just loved this story from Garrett Hull that I saw on Twitter. Fun fact, the Jets found Hellebuck by accident when they went to scout the other goalie. I believe it, and I would love to hear this story. Well, the Jets regional scout liked a goalie playing in the NAHL. They sent one of their goalie coaches to check him out, and that goalie was playing against Hellebuck. They drafted Hellebuck, and a lot of people, even goalie people, were like, who? This is going to be very interesting for this draft here, because how many stories like that are you going to see? Hey, I went to a game. Well, there's your first problem. No one's going to any games. How much job security has Connor Hellebuck provided Paul Maurice? First of all, any Jets fans, Manitoba fans watching this video right now, Brady, apart from being my EASHL teammate, has Manitoba-themed clothes, and you can get them at a link in the description of this video. Anyway, the question with Paul Maurice. I love that this goalie is supposedly giving Paul Maurice job security, because a few years ago, with the help of Andrew Berkshire, I wrote an article for Sportsnet.ca asking the question, does Paul Maurice make goalies worse, or has he just gotten bad goalies throughout his career? And what we found in our research, keeping in mind this was a few years ago, is Paul Maurice actually just had terrible goalie luck all the way back to when he was with the Leafs. They were actually a pretty good possession team, however, they could not stop a beach ball. Now his fortunes have gone in a completely different direction. They have some deadly shooters who can score at a high percentage. Connor Hellebuck is going to stop everything. They can get outchanced every game and still have a legitimate chance to win. Here's the question I would ask back, just looking at the Winnipeg Jets decor. What's he supposed to do? No questions. Just wanted to say happy birthday, Steve. Thank you, Katie. At least you get to do a victory puppies on the LFR today. And hey, the NHL won't be canceled on your birthday this year, so there's that. Yeah, so March 12th, 2020, that was also my birthday. My birthday's every March 12th. Was called the darkest day in sports. That was a cool way to celebrate, wasn't it? I cannot believe that was a year ago. Wow. Anyway, thanks, Katie. Wow. Now that we know Mikheyev can lift the puck, will we see more of it and thus more goals by Ilya Mikheyev? Be nice to Superman. How dare you? Listen. Okay, you're right. I was never really worried about Mickey, man. Like, he's such a consistent player. Great effort every single game. Always gets his chances. They were bound to go in. And Justin Bourne had a great Twitter thread where he was talking about, like, things that the Leafs can still unlock. How don't they have a shorthanded marker from this guy? They're gonna get one. Is Mitch Marner good or good? Ashley, let me tell you, Mitch Marner, so many guys had a great game. Mitch Marner, so underappreciated, I thought. Spectacular defensive effort. His stick was a nuisance all night. Part of the reason the Leafs had so many chances is because he did tidy homework in his own end. And William Nylander, Jeff O'Neill nailed it on the broadcast. Honest to goodness, maybe his best game as a Toronto Maple Leaf. And I'm pretty sure that guy has had a hat trick before. He should have had 5 in this game. 5! They found a way. That's how you win games. And that's how you win championships. So for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Okay, I'm done now.